Welcome back to Worldview TV, where we explore countries, cities, and cultures around the world. Today, in this new episode, we're heading to the south, to one of the fastest-growing cities in the United States, Atlanta, Georgia. Across the country, more and more people are talking about Atlanta, moving here, or at least thinking about it. So in this episode, we're asking the big question: why is everyone moving to Atlanta in 2026? We'll walk through the real reasons people are choosing Atlanta, not just the hype, but the lifestyle, opportunities, and everyday feel of the city. And before we get started, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Why Atlanta feels fresh and familiar at the same time. One of the first things people notice about Atlanta is that it feels like a big city with a southern soul. It's big enough to have skyscrapers, international airports, and major sports, but you can still feel the warmth, hospitality, and slower rhythm that come with the South. For many people, that mix is attractive. It's not a tiny small town, and it's not a coast city like New York or Los Angeles. Atlanta sits in the middle of the country, in a way not just geographically but culturally. Lots of newcomers say they feel at home in Atlanta faster than in other big cities. You meet people in coffee shops, at parks, or in neighborhoods where, "Hey stranger," still means something friendly. For many immigrants, domestic migrants, and remote workers, Atlanta feels like a place where you can arrive without knowing everyone and still feel welcome. Number one factors are jobs, cost of living, and the Atlanta poll. One big reason people are moving to Atlanta in 2026 is opportunity. Atlanta is a major business hub in the Southeast. It's home to Fortune 500 companies, big tech offices, logistics and distribution centers, and a growing startup and creative scene. The city has strong sectors in finance, healthcare, education, entertainment, and technology, which means a wide range of job options for different skills and career levels. At the same time, Atlanta is often seen as more affordable than many other big U.S. cities. Housing, whether you're renting or buying, can still feel reasonable compared to places like New York, San Francisco, or even parts of Texas and California. That's a big deal for young professionals, families, and remote workers trying to balance salary and cost of living. For people from expensive coastal cities, Atlanta can feel like a place where your money goes a bit further. You might get more space, a yard, or a quieter neighborhood without giving up big city access. Number two factor is the southern lifestyle and the vibe factor. When people talk about Atlanta, they often mention the vibe, how the city feels to live in, not just how it looks on paper. Atlanta is a city that loves food, music, and culture. You can walk into a neighborhood and find everything from southern soul food and barbecue to vegan cafes, farm-to-table restaurants, and international cuisine from all over the world. There's a strong music and arts scene too, everything from hip-hop and R&B roots to jazz, indie music, and visual art. Many people feel Atlanta isn't just a place to work, but a place to live a life with concerts, festivals, and events most of the year. For families, there are parks, lakes, nearby hiking trails, and kid-friendly museums and attractions. For young people, there are night spots, breweries, rooftop bars, and casual hangouts across different neighborhoods. Atlanta mixes urban energy with southern comfort, and that balance is a big part of its appeal. Transportation, airports, and the hub factor. Another thing that pushes Atlanta onto people's radar is connectivity. Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport is one of the busiest in the world. For someone who travels a lot, whether for work, family, or pure adventure, being close to a major airport can feel like a lifestyle upgrade. You can wake up in Atlanta and be almost anywhere in the United States, and many places in the world, by the evening. That's a big draw for remote workers, business consultants, and people with families spread out across the country. Within the city, Atlanta is figuring out commuter life. It's not like New York or Chicago with a subway on every block, but it has MARTA, the public transit system, and many people organize their lives around driving, ride-sharing, or settling in neighborhoods where they don't need to drive constantly. For a lot of newcomers, Atlanta offers big city access with a mid-sized city feel. You're not stuck in traffic all day, and you can still find pockets of quiet if you know where to look. Number 3 factor is neighborhoods and different ways to live in Atlanta. One of the things people like about Atlanta is that it doesn't feel like just one type of place. It's made up of many different neighborhoods, each with its own personality. You have downtown with high-rises, big businesses, and sports arenas, and then you have older, established neighborhoods like Buckhead, Midtown, Decatur, and Inman Park, each with its own mix of housing, parks, and local shops. There are also quieter suburbs around the metro area where families want more space, good schools, and a slower pace but are still close enough to the city for work and entertainment. For many people, that variety means you can choose how you want to live. Do you want to be in the middle of the city, in a walkable neighborhood, or in a calmer suburb that still feels connected to the core? Number 4 factor is the community and the soft reasons people move. Beyond jobs, costs, and airports, a lot of the Atlanta move comes down to community and culture. Atlanta is seen as a welcoming and diverse city. It has a big Black professional and creative community, a growing Latino population, international expats, and a mix of young and older residents. For people who want to feel seen and understood, Atlanta can feel like a place where your background, culture, and identity align with the city's vibe. There's also a sense that Atlanta is a place where people support each other's hustle, whether you're starting a business, creating music, or building a side project. It feels like a city that appreciates people who are trying to do something new, not just people who've been here forever. The weather and daily life in Atlanta. Atlanta's climate is another piece of the puzzle. It doesn't have the endless summer of Miami, and it's not as brutally cold as the Midwest or the Northeast, but it offers 4 distinct seasons. You get warm, green springs and hot summers, golden falls, and shorter, milder winters by national standards. That means you can enjoy patios, parks, and outdoor events for much of the year. You can still experience the feeling of seasons changing without having to deal with extreme snow and ice all winter. For many people, that's a sweet spot. They want warmth and sunshine, but also the sense of time passing, cherry blossoms, leaves changing, and a real summer feel. The downsides people talk about, of course, Atlanta is not perfect, and it's important to talk about that too. Traffic is a common complaint. The city is spread out, and some people say rush hour can feel long and stressful. There can also be issues with infrastructure, public transit coverage, and inner-city inequality, like in many American cities. And the cost of living has been rising in some areas, so it's not as cheap as it used to be. People who move here often say they had to adjust their expectations, plan longer commutes, choose neighborhoods carefully, and think about what they really need versus what they just like the idea of. But for many, the trade-off feels worth it. They get opportunity, culture, and a sense of community that they might not find elsewhere. So why is everyone moving to Atlanta in 2026? If you put all of this together, the reason so many people are moving to Atlanta in 2026 starts to make sense. It's a big southern city with a strong economy and lots of jobs. It often feels more affordable than many competing cities. It's connected to the rest of the country and the world, through its airport and networks. It has vibrant neighborhoods, food, and culture that feel welcoming and alive. It offers different ways to live, from dense urban life to quieter suburbs. People are moving to Atlanta not because it's perfect, but because it combines opportunity with a certain quality of life, a mix of city energy and southern ease that feels both modern and warm. If this episode gave you a clearer picture of why so many people are choosing Atlanta in 2026, we'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to Worldview TV for more explorative city guides across the United States and beyond. Have you visited or lived in Atlanta? Would you ever consider moving there? Tell us in the comments section. Thanks for watching this new episode on Worldview TV, where we explore how cities really feel from the inside. See you in the next episode, where we travel to another place that might one day feel like home.